All right, well, today is April the 11th, 2018, and right now at 10 p.m., we have a temperature of 59 degrees here in the foothills of Los Angeles, actually 58 now. The relative humidity is up to 70%, and the dew point is down at 49 degrees, and we have a barometric pressure of 29.95, and that is on the rise. Look what's happening here. We're looking at the western U.S. Water vapor loop, and we have a developing gale right here showing up on the surface analysis map. So we've got a low pressure system actually moving through. This looks like a developing system. We can see the movement here, the development of the water vapor right through this area. And what do we see here but a big dark area? That is a transmitter which is evaporating this jet stream flow. Let's take a look at the jet stream map right now, which is right here. We can see the high-speed river of water, which is moving right through the central Pacific and down into California and a portion of Oregon. So we've got tons of moisture moving in on the map here. We can see that moving in. We have transmitter manipulation and very, very heavy chemtrail spraying all day today. We observed that in the skies again today in the Los Angeles area. We can see here this frontal system as it's moving through. Back in the day, back in the early 70s, when televised weather satellite images became televised, we would see a small sliver like this moving through out of the Gulf of Alaska, sweep down, and something like this would deliver a couple of days worth of rain. You know, back in the 1970s, the early 70s, and also up through that whole decade, we'd see a lot of rain with a small frontal system like this just sweeping through. But let's look at the Doppler map right now, and we would expect to see very heavy rain all throughout Nevada based on the depth of the water vapor right here. This is all red right there in Nevada, and also up through Northern California and Oregon and Washington. Let's go ahead and look at that Doppler map right now, and we can see that there's just hardly any precipitation anywhere in Nevada except for up near the Idaho border. We do see some snow up in the Lake Tahoe area. It's snowing there. And then we have some scattered snow showers and rain offshore of Eureka. And nothing really, there's just a little bit of rain here in the Central California area right here. This little hook of precipitation extending out of the Sierra and all the way down through just south of Santa Cruz and in this area, the Big Sur area. But this is just really strange. We should be having a lot of rain throughout the entire state, as well as into Nevada right here. This entire area should be getting soaked. Let's look at the water vapor map again. We have a developing gale right here, and we've got low pressure, 29.95, but that's on the rise, and we have a wind forecast, and that wind will come from this high pressure area, which is evaporating the jet stream flow right here. This river of water is being evaporated, and we're not getting any rain here in Southern California. Let's go ahead and look at the Southern California map here for the Southwest. We can see these bands of precipitation, water vapor moving through, but we're not having any precipitation because of the heavy chemtrail spraying. The chemtrail aerosols are sprayed high above this moisture field moving in. Let's go ahead and look at the Motus Today map. And this is a shot of Central California because there's some really good, there's a good example here. We have some fresh streaks here. We can see those. And we have the natural clouds, which are brilliant white. You can see all these cumulus clouds all over the place here in the Central California area. Now, this gray crap right here, this off-white gray stuff, is the chemtrail haze. This is the aerosols that the jets spray, and there's hundreds of these jets. This is a multi we're talking hundreds of billions of dollars just for the fuel costs and the maintenance cost of these jets, to say nothing of the infrastructure needed to to process the coal fly ash, whatever this stuff is that they're using. It's probably ash. It smells like, we can all smell the chemtrails when they are spraying. There's a distinct odor. And so, and look at the color here on this is the color satellite map. We can see just an obvious difference. So this stuff here is not water vapor. This is a chemical haze. It's been tested by many people in labs. It contains aluminum and a lot of other compounds which are toxic. And this stuff is sprayed over these clouds. Some of these clouds are cumulonimbus, which rise up to about 40 to 45,000 feet and generate thunderstorms and precipitation. And without the lift, this is basically a roof, a blanket, which prevents the lift, and so this will affect precipitation totals. These are very effective in the southwest over Southern California. As you move further north, these chemtrails are not as effective at completely stopping precipitation. But look at here. This stuff is sprayed right over the tops of these clouds. And here's an area where they're not sprayed over. Very rare occasion. These are natural clouds. They're brilliant white, just like the exhaust you would see from the space shuttle when that launches. It used to launch. That program's been that program has ended. But the same thing. You've got water vapor here, pure white, and this stuff here is the chemical haze. So there's no mistaking this stuff from natural clouds. All right, so let's go back to these maps real quick. We have the Northeast Pacific water vapor loop. We have the developing low pressure system just west of the Hawaiian Islands. We can see the manipulation right here. There's a couple of straight edges. Transmitters working this area to prevent development of that low pressure system. Also, we have another area right here trying to spin counterclockwise. And we have a very straight edge here that extends about probably a couple of thousand miles right through here. That is blockading all this northbound moisture. We can see that. This is a no man's land right here. This has been generated to prevent this warmer moisture from moving up and getting mixed up with this much cooler jet stream flow, which is moving right into Southern California. And we can see that frontal system moving right through Central and Southern California. Yet there's no rain, much rain at all in Central or Southern California. Once again, let's look at that map, the Doppler map. Nothing here in Southern California, and there's no rain forecast. So we're going to see more heavy aerosol spraying. It's actually cloudy outside with the 70% humidity, but we've got all these aerosols being sprayed over the tops of that moisture field moving through. So the once again, the argument that these chemtrails are sprayed to manage solar radiation, that is false. These aerosols are sprayed 24/7, 365, globally, all around the world, and they modify weather. They prevent lift. We have transmitter manipulation here, and that is evaporating moisture right here in the jet stream. So we've got that type of manipulation going on, and there's no rain in the forecast. So this is quite amazing. We have basically a very, very large frontal system moving through with no rain. Okay, so that's pretty much the report. We've got some other things to look at here. We've got the East Coast. This is the water vapor map, the 6.9 micrometer mid-level tropical water vapor map. You see sort of a right angle. It's hard to determine what that is because the maps, I've not been using the new GOES East maps. I'm not used to looking at those yet. But anyway, this is what's going on. We have a lot of moisture moving eastbound through the south. Probably a lot of spraying going on through the south. Okay, let's take a look again at the west coast. And there it is. So we're going to have some wind as this high pressure and this low pressure move together over the Southern California area. We've got high pressure spinning clockwise, and we have this area trying to spin counterclockwise. And we have this satellite transmitter here forcing high pressure, and that will cause the wind. We can see the evaporation pattern here in the jet stream. We should be having rain, but we're not. And if you haven't seen the playlist on this channel, take a look at what Lyndon Johnson says about weather manipulation to a graduating class. Quite interesting. Okay, so we'll just leave it right here and do another update later. That's it.